Yo, I can't believe this reread's gonna be crazy, bro. Crazy. Oh my god. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Y'all, I read nearly 1,000 pages this week. Let's talk about the books I read. Ready? Ready? But just because now we're in power, why are we continuing the cycle of cruelty? Like, what are we doing? It's the start of a new reading vlog. Your girl got a package. That's the only reason why I started just now, is because of this package. So thank you, Penguin Random House. Ooh, I'm so excited. How do I open this? I'm tired. I went to the gym this morning. I didn't vlog any of it, I don't think. So your girl's a little sleepy. I was literally going to just vlog tonight and be like, I'm here. But I guess, you know, I guess we'll start now and try and energize for the day. Okay, I have this little thing to open packages. We'll see if it works, because I don't have the strength to rip. It's so pretty. Look how, oh, so pretty. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is so pretty. Okay, this will be my first Julian Winters book, and I'm hyped. I've heard nothing but good things, and I definitely need to jump on the bandwagon. Wheel. There's a phrase and I can't remember. I think Penguin Random House reached out to me and was like, do you want a copy? And I was like, hell yeah. Okay, so let me read the first sentence to you, because that's always fun. Okay, 1. It starts with a quote. 2 things. This is the worst idea you've ever had, and I'm glad it's you I'm stuck here with. Disaster Academy, issue 10. Disaster Academy, is that a comic book? Okay, and then sentence 1. Spoiler alert, I'm in love with 2 boys. I love that. I'm so excited to read this book. And especially because, like the last video I was talking about, I need more happy vibes. These are the happy vibes. I'm definitely going to read this. And I figured I'd give you a little update on Skin of the Sea. I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than the first like 90 pages, because the first 90 pages do make me a little sad. But then I think we're way more embedded into the world, and we're doing more things than like fighting slave ships and stuff. There was a point in time where there was like every plot point was about like the slave ship and stuff, which is fine. Reality of the world. I get it. It was just making me a little sad. But now there's a little romance brewing. There's these kids who were kidnapped by an Orisha. They have to fight gods now, and the stakes are very fun, and I'm enjoying it. I think let me check what page I'm on. Let me not be lazy. Okay, I'm on page 166. So I'm gonna finish this today, and then I'm gonna read the book y'all picked in my last reading vlog, which I did just upload a couple hours ago. So I think I'm gonna start it tonight, depending on if I finish this tonight. I'm gonna start the book you guys voted on tomorrow. I'm hyped. Woo! Okay, I have coffee, and I am honestly going to be doing nothing for the next like hour or so. I should work on some auditions, some stuff, you know what I mean, but I don't want to. I'm so tired. Like, holding this camera up, I'm tired. Okay, it's late, but I'm an hour away from finishing Skin of the Sea, and I'm enjoying it a lot more than I was last week. But I did want to say the books I'm going to be trying to read this week, which you guys voted for. I'm scared because I'm like, don't know how I'm gonna do this, but dun, 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 dun. And it is The Black Witch. It's not going to be 4 books. I think it's gonna be longer, but I currently have 4 books, and I'm stoked to read it. I got 3 audiobooks, and yeah, that's the challenge for this week. I would be happy if I just finished these 2, and I also kind of have to read Sweethand, which is my Brown Girl book club pick for the live show on Thursday. That'll happen too. That'll for sure happen. And definitely Black Witch is happening. I'm so excited. But now I'm going to bed because I'm tired and it's late. And I'm going to finish Skin of the Sea, Little Mermaid.
You don't like the lights, but it's camera time. said take the picture, but you rolled your eyes. Now I'm mortified and still terrorized. Push me behind to get me.
Hello everyone, it's the next day. It's Wednesday and I did finish Skin of the Sea last night, and I love when you finally get to the part of the book where they mention the name of the book in the book, you know what I mean? Because I was like, Skin of the Sea, what does this mean? So now I feel like I have a little understanding of what the metaphor is and things like that, and I have thoughts on the book. So I'll wrap it up, but I am gonna chug my coffee because your girl is tired. I think going back to the gym has been so fun, but it has been tiring on your girl's little body because she's a little weak. It's been a few years since I've done weightlifting, and I have a beautiful breakfast. And then I don't know if I told you last night, but the Brown Girl book club for this month, like the monthly pick, was Sweethand. So I do have to squeeze that in. It is a 5-hour audiobook, so it's a decently long book, if that makes sense. Words are hard at this hour, so yeah, I need to read that probably either today or tomorrow. But then I get to start The Black Witch, which, ooh, so excited. Not excited to try and read 4 thick books, but excited anyway. It's gonna be a journey. Even if it takes like the next 2 weeks to read them, it's gonna be fun. When it's literally 4 p.m. and I just made my bed. Wow. At least it looks cute. And you know, my little stuffed animal corner and the beautiful book. Ooh la la. I don't know why this bookmark's just hanging out, but I have been so lazy today. I really need to do my hair, so that's what I'm gonna do, so that way I can film videos. Ready? Was that fun? Was that aesthetic? Why am I wearing all black? What's happening? Okay, the hair mask is in, and that means I have a lot of work to do in the shower and in styling. So that's what the day is going to be. But I did want to give you my thoughts on Skin of the Sea. I will say at first, I wasn't enjoying it just because it was hard to read about slavery. Like, I just was like, yeah, it was hard. And I was like, not connected to the characters obviously because I didn't know them yet, and it just made me really sad. It was making me think of like all the people who died, and you're just missing their family or separated, and it just made me very sad. But what I did love is as the story progresses around the 100-page mark, we get to understand the characters and their mission, and they have a real purpose and they start chasing it. Romance builds around 150-page mark, which I really enjoyed. It's very cute, and that is definitely a selling point into book 2 that will be coming out, I don't know when. But Natasha, how dare you do that to me, that ending. I read the author's note about how she loved The Little Mermaid. Me too. Literally, I used to just sit in front of the TV and watch The Little Mermaid like profusely for so many years, repeat over and over and over. It was my favorite as a child, for sure. It was like the story that I felt like most connected to. Now it's like, ooh, now I know how problematic that story is, but I know I have a lot of nostalgia towards mermaids and things like that. So this is a really cool story. And it's funny because in Natasha's note, the author, she was talking about how representation matters. Seeing mermaids that are like us, like everyone, is important. And also positive representation, like not just like trauma. But that's so funny because I feel like the beginning of the book really harps on like the history, and what I think is really cool is in the back there's a lot of notes. Like, she has a bibliography of all the resources she used because it's really based on true stories and true cultural things, if that makes sense. Like, I know there was a lot of backlash for Children of Blood and Bone because they were talking about Orishas and things like that, but it wasn't based on Nigerian culture per se. It was way more fictionalized and something that actually came from, I think, South America, an Orisha from there. Whereas this specifically, and in the biography you see where she uses mommy water, the type of mermaid she's talking about, really comes from West African culture. Specific resources she used to build these characters and mythical creatures, and it's very cool. But it's interesting because, yeah, she wanted to have a more positive view, and I was just like, girl, but that beginning though had me very sad there. I don't have Sweethand on hand. I'm so funny. I have the audiobook, so I'm gonna listen to that probably as I do my hair and things. But other than that, I'm gonna read the book that you guys voted for, which is, if I can, ooh, The Black Witch. I'm so surprised. Literally every person was saying The Black Witch. No one said Crescent City, which is just so funny. So yeah, very excited to read this. I don't know how far along I'll get into this today, because obviously got to read Sweethand, but I'm very, very excited. Me inching along on my chair. Gonna read this. Probably gonna start this tonight. And I have finished doing my hair. Oh my gosh, that takes so long. It's literally nighttime now, so I guess I'm not filming any videos today besides the vlog. But luckily, because doing my hair takes so flipping long, I got a decent chunk into Sweethand, which is so cute. I didn't realize, I should have realized that it's in Trinidad, placed in Trinidad, because I was thinking, I knew the author was, you know, Trinidadian and things, and a lot of people, when we had the vote up for the Brown Girl book pick, people were like, yeah, we support, woo, and I'm like, oh, I get it now, because the vibe is just so nice. They talk about Carnival a lot, but let me see how far into it I am. Pull up the audiobook. I am listening to it through Libro FM, which I highly recommend for an audiobook service. They donate a lot of their books, or not books, they donate a lot of their money to bookshops, independent bookshops, to make sure they stay up and running. Love them. I have a link in my bio if you want to try out a free, you know, audiobook. When you first sign up, it's a referral link, so I don't like get money from it. It's just literally their website, little referral link. Definitely check them out. Highly recommend supporting them. But let's see how far. Okay, I'm on chapter 8 of 36. I'm 22% of the way through, and I have 4 hours and 35 minutes left, and the live show is tomorrow at 4 p.m. so I have plenty of time to finish it, and I am really enjoying these kind of enemies to lovers vibes that's happening right now. The summary of Sweethand is we have our two protagonists. Can I speak? We have our two protagonists. Our main girl, she is a baker. She has her own shop, Sweethand, that she often promotes and, you know, gets recommended for like awards and things like that. I can't wait to figure out like the whole, something happened last year where she had a major blowout breakup with a like celebrity singer. Very interested to find out more about that. And then our main guy interest, who is not straight, which, living for the bi representation, because I was not expecting this to be like that. I love, we stand. Makes me so excited. But he obviously doesn't like our main lady protagonist. He's a musician, and so far, you know, they are both the best man and best woman of their, like, this wedding that's happening, and they don't like each other, and there's lots of witty banter, which I'm loving. Can't wait until they like get locked in a room together, something wacky. Like, I'm waiting for those rom-com vibes. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a great time. So yeah, definitely gonna keep reading Sweethand, so I guess I will start The Black Witch tomorrow, but I'm I'm so sorry. I'm like spinning around in my chair. I'm having a good time. I'm very tired though. Doing my hair was a little exhausting, and I'm pissed because I don't know if you could tell, but it's already frizzy. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. I did not spend hours brushing out every section of my hair to make sure it was detangled, cleansed properly, moisturized, and then gelled for it to be frizzy within the first day of doing it. Unacceptable. Okay, I'm done ranting. Back to reading. It's the next day, and I just finished Sweethand. Oh, so cute. And I actually just finished the live show too for Sweethand with Mika August, which was so much fun. I'll link the live show down below in case you missed it. So cute, so cute. What a good read. I know I didn't do too many updates while reading Sweethand, but it was just adorable, about a girl who bakes, and that's like her business. She doesn't have a bakery yet, but she does a lot of weddings and things like that, and her sister's getting married to this guy, and it just so happens she's like the best woman, what's it called? Maid of honor. She's the maid of honor, and the guy's best man is a dude she hates, so she has to work with this guy she hates, and it's just very, angsty and perfect and so sweet, and I highly recommend. So I'll link it down below. Definitely check it out. Check out the live show. Mika's amazing. It was so much fun, and that's why I love doing the book club, but it definitely is a lot of work. So I'm late, and I didn't put up the poll for a March book, so we're just gonna have an April book, which is right now being voted on. So I'll say it in this vlog when the poll is done tonight, what everyone voted on. I'll let you know for sure. But now we get to move on to a fun fantasy. Yes. I honestly feel just so grateful that a lot of my reads recently have been so good. Like Sweethand, 4-star, Skin of the Sea, 4-star. I just feel very, very lucky. And I know, because y'all voted for it, The Black Witch is a 5-star read. So I'm so excited to dive back into this world. Hopefully I will get like the first 2-ish books done this week. It is literally Thursday, but I'm hyped. It's gonna be an amazing time. I'm literally gonna start this book right now because I'm crazy like that. So excited. I have my coffee to fuel me and everything. I'm ready to go, ready to read. The audiobook for this one is like 18 hours, so 9 hours for me, 2 times speed. So excited. It is like 6 p.m. so I don't know. I definitely won't be able to finish it tonight. And I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow morning, so I'm not gonna try and stay up too late. I'm not gonna be irresponsible, at least not today.
I'll find you there. I'll find you there. I'm so scared to leave my house, so I cannot run free from this. Always being watched by you, and that's so inconsiderate. My privacy, does that exist?
Y'all, I forgot how divisive this book is, The Black Witch. So I just started reading it. I'm like an hour and a half in. I was also making dinner, so that a newfound hobby is listening to audiobooks while cooking and cleaning, because bam. And then I finished the audiobook. It's so helpful. So I was cooking up my pasta dinner and all this stuff, and I forgot how effed up the beginning is, and because I'm rereading this, I'm noticing all the little details of just like prejudice versus like, it's just, there's so much prejudice embedded in their religion and the way they talk about other creatures. It's insane. And I feel like I've semi-explained The Black Witch in case you haven't heard me explain the synopsis really fast. This is a high fantasy where there are lots of different creatures living on this country together. And a few centuries back, there was this realm war where witches were fighting selkies, which are like mermaids, and ikrils, which are winged creatures, and all this stuff. And because of the protagonist's grandmother, the Great Black Witch, they won the realm war. I can speak. Realm war. And now sit on the top of pinnacle power and look down everybody else. Everyone else is like mixed breed and yada. I didn't even realize this is so Twilighty because these bitches shimmer. I forgot about that. These witches, these Gordnarians shimmer. The purebloods shimmer. And how they look down upon anyone who's like a half-breed or part elf or part shapeshifter. There's so many different sub-creatures in this book, which is so great. So the story follows Ellerin, the descendant of the Black Witch, as she tries to go to university and learn about apothecary, but her aunt wants her to kind of join the magical council and become this political figure, marry high, because also there's trying to marry off women before the age of like 17. You know, they're checking all the boxes, and there is a whole religious sect on witches and how, you know, they're pure and how they shimmer because they are the chosen ones and all this stuff. So it's just like, it's crazy. And this whole book is about this girl Ellerin dealing with prejudice from other groups of creatures because, yo, her grandmother oppressed everyone, that's why. So she's learning about the real world. this book is just great at making you question what you are taught, what you're brought up on, to question religion. So much discussion about prejudice and how twisted it is. Yo, I can't believe this reread's gonna be crazy, bro. Crazy. Oh my god. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Okay, now I'm gonna go eat my pasta and keep reading. What's up guys, it's the next day and I just made lunch. This morning was actually busy. I did 2 self-tapes real quick and then I went to go work out, ate breakfast, stretched, and now I get to just eat. I'm so excited. And whilst like when I walked to the gym and while like showering and cooking food, I got 150 pages into the Black Witch. I have 7 hours left in the audiobook. So I think I'm like 2 hours in. Oh, the story is so good. It's so dense with all the creatures and history and knowledge, but I just love how just misled this girl Ellerin is. Oh, so good. I love it. I don't know. I don't want to dive into spoilers or anything, but like her aunt wants her to get married and she's like, heck nah. And in their culture, these girls at the age of like 17, most of them younger, get wand fasted, which is like getting married, but it's also like a magical connection that like scars your hand to a guy that you marry. But the wand fasting only scars the women, and they don't pressure men to wand fast at a young age. They just pressure the women. Sound familiar? I wonder why. I just love it. Lord Forrest is like, yep, we calling you all out. So I'm having a great time rereading this, and we already had our first love interest pop in. We love. So yeah, it's a good time. I'm gonna eat now. Y'all, not me almost reading the entirety of Black Witch last night. I was on a roll. I was really feeling the story. I started tabbing more. The pink tabs are my second read through and the red tabs were my first read through. I was highlighting so much. I'm so excited. I got to page 482. I literally was reading till like 2 a.m. It got good. It's a good story. It gets you sucked in, especially towards, I feel like, the end when things get more serious and she's learning about the other cultures and she's trying to be more open-minded, but then she's literally learning about how awful the world is around her. Sounds familiar. This is such a weird time to be reading this book with everything that's happening in Ukraine. It just makes me think like it's hitting me in the feels. So yeah, just had to mention it. I literally stayed up so late, and I'm gonna finish this today. Obviously, I'm like so enraptured. I got like 2 hours left. This is like a 600-page book, and not me finishing it within the day because I literally started it yesterday. Crazy times. And then I'm immediately diving into the second book because this series just has me by the throat. It's like, keep going, Jess. Time to make breakfast and wake up a little bit. Ignore my hair, I just did it, but I figured I would wrap up the vlog now. Y'all, I read nearly 1,000 pages this week. Let's talk about the books I read. This is the stack of books I've read this month so far, which is impressive compared to other months where it was just 1 or 2. Okay, I can't believe it. So I finished the last, I think, 100 pages that I read of Skin of the Sea, which I think I'm leaning towards like a 3.5, 3.75 for Skin of the Sea. It was a good read, but I will say the beginning was a little hard to get into. But I think once you get past that and it starts to become really focused on the character's purpose and mission and all the issues with like the different Orishas and having to travel and all this stuff, I think all of that was really engaging. I do think the beginning, I only just didn't connect, and like I was just very upset about like the world, because it's like it reminded me of how slavery was terrible. But then in addition to just feeling very, very sad and thinking about all the trauma and cruelty that was inflicted to so many people for hundreds of years, I also didn't really know the character very much, and she also didn't know herself. Simideli, I think I'm saying her name right, Simi, she didn't know herself very well either. She had like literally no recollection of her human self, so she didn't have too much pizzazz. She was figuring out who she was. She was trying her darndest to remember who she was. So I couldn't lean on her for comfort to escape the cruelty of the world. But then like 70 pages or so, we do talk about the cruelty of the world still, but we also elaborate on the characters and their drive and their own ambitions and hopes and dreams. So I think then it becomes really, really engaging, and all these traveling to different places and having so many conflicts with different Orishas who you would think there's no way I could win or be bested, but there's also so much death, and just like, so trigger warnings for that, because there's a lot of detail wrapped into this, but it's all so well thought out. Like clearly so many resources were like delved into this story. So get past this first 70 pages, have a little cry about slavery, you know, because it sucked. In modern day slavery, that's still a thing. But overall, very much enjoyed it, and I think I'm gonna love the second one more because I think it's gonna lean really heavily into the romance. I hope. We'll see. Next book I finished was a reread, and that was The Black Witch by Laurie Forest, which you guys voted for me to read, and y'all know this is a 5-star. This is a favorite series of mine, and I'm so hyped to continue reading on this series. And this book is 600 pages, so I read 100 pages of Skin of the Sea, I read 600 pages of The Black Witch, and I read 200 pages of The Iron Flower. I didn't get to finish it this weekend, sadly, but I will dive right back into it. Literally, when I turn off this camera, I'm getting back into it. You know me. It's gonna happen. It's so good, and I'm tabbing this one. I'm just so excited to continue on with this story, and I'm loving to see how many people are starting to pick this up because of me. Let's start a trend. Am I trendy? Ooh. So this book talks a lot about racism and sexism and how religion can be used to manipulate people. The mages are out to kill people because they're crazy. And I just love how the second book is starting to dive into, yes, history repeats itself. We've all been cruel to each other. There was a point in time when the mages were all being oppressed. But just because now we're in power, why are we continuing the cycle of cruelty? Like, what are we doing? Whew. But the amount of trauma, the amount of, just be prepared, okay? It's a lot. But those are the books I read. So I read like 900 pages this week. Y'all, I just realized while editing this that I didn't count Sweethand's pages to the page count. So I didn't just read 900 pages. I read close to 1,300 pages. Unheard of. Unheard of. Gold star. Lots of cruelty in all these books. Damn, there's a vibe going on clearly. But that is it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you stayed till the end of this video, leave down below this emoji, and also let me know what kind of videos you want to see. That would be really, really helpful to know what videos you guys are actually interested in watching. But yeah, I hope this vlog was fun to watch, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.